Welcome, yogis. This is a sample or an example of the class I'm leading midweek Wednesdays at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is called The Pause. It's something that I wanted to offer because it's something I often need, which is just a break in the middle of the day to put my legs up the wall or to just take a moment to reconnect to my body or to my breath and to just sit with what's present or to move some energy. So for today, if you have a blanket or a towel, feel free to find that. If you own an eye pillow, or if you don't have something like this little pillow that could go across your eyes, sometimes I use a toque, which is a Canadian word for winter hat. And sometimes I'll just like pull it over my eyes. Or you can use another piece of clothing, even a towel, a folded dish towel or tea towel. I have this nearby in case there are those of you that don't have a wall. So we'll do either legs up the wall or legs up a chair or bed. So if you do have something nearby where you could elevate your legs, even if it's just a pile of cushions, that's great. Yeah. And so the first thing that we will do is just take a moment to set up a shape. Some weeks this will be a yin pose, others it'll be a restorative pose. But just a chance to connect to body. And so we'll start with legs up the wall or legs up the chair. And to do that, you might just want to have your blanket nearby. It can live under your head and the eye pillow as well. If you own something like a yoga bolster, you want to add some cushioning or propping to this, you could bring this under your hips. But I'll just show you first what it's like with just your body. And so you can take a moment to sit with one hip up against the wall. And from this place, just lying back, letting the legs come up. And you might have a few inches away from your wall. The seat does not need to be jammed right up against the baseboards. Once you're here, hands can rest on belly. You can find more of a cactus shape with the arms out or arms beside you. Really anything that feels spacious or soft. It's the place that the arms can settle. If you have that eye pillow, you're welcome to place that over the eyelids here. Adds a little bit of weight and darkness. And of course, the blanket can live under your head for more support. If you're in that position, feel free just to stay and bring your attention to your breath. And I'll just offer a visual for those of you who are working with, say, a chair or a bed or a couch nearby. Same principle, sitting up against it, but just allowing everything below your knees to be supported. And you can have your hips fairly close to underneath your knees. You can play with that angle. Same idea here, hands resting where they feel at home. Convincing the back of your body to sink down even deeper into the mat, into the floorboards. Low back is heavy, upper back is heavy. I would encourage you to invite your breath right down to your low belly, below the navel. As your body starts to settle into stillness, You could work with what's sometimes known as samavriti or equal breathing. So you might inhale for 4 or 5 seconds and let the exhale match that 4 or 5 seconds. Of course, if you're a restorative yoga sort of aficionado, there are a lot of ways we can enhance these poses when we come to them to feel more secure or more rooted. For some people, it involves having a strap around the shins if the legs are up the wall so that there's no temptation to let those legs open. For others, if you have a sandbag, a little weighted bag, you can of course live across your hip crease or live on your feet or on your shins to give you that sense of weight. The beauty of using just your body is that you can take the pose anywhere. So I will often do this before a flight. It's not like we're necessarily flying a lot these days, but anytime you're traveling, you can do it up a tree, so outside in nature while we've still got the beautiful weather. As you're here, check in with your face, softening the skin around the eyes. There might be a sense of the cheeks becoming a bit heavy so that there's space between the biting surfaces of your teeth. You can gently swallow. That helps to relax the throat. Normal for the mind to be moving and almost detoxing in a way, just thoughts flowing in and out. If you get distracted by one of those thoughts, you can come back to that 4 or 5 second breath. We'll be here just a few more minutes. You can keep your legs as they are. You could also explore bringing your legs down the wall and bringing the soles of your feet together so those knees open out to the sides. And of course, you can do this with a chair or a couch as well. And those heels can come down just as low as feels good for you. Another tool that could help you in these final moments, just if the mind is busy and you want to tap more into the body and your surroundings, the space around you, feel free to place your hands on the earth, palms down, and just feel the texture of the floor beneath you, or feel the texture of your mat. Just allow that to keep you here, breathing all the while. If your legs have been in that open diamond shape, you're welcome to extend them back up the wall for a few moments or re-extend them onto your support. Just take 3 more breaths into the whole body. And then bending your knees down into your chest, rolling to one side. Just curling up there, pausing for a few moments. When you're ready, the eyes can be closed or you can have a soft focus as you come up to sit. We want to find a comfortable seat in the body for our pranayama, for our breath practice. That could be cross-legged like this. I would encourage you to sit up on a blanket or even on a bolster if your knees are living a little bit higher than your hips. And then of course, if you've got a chair or couch nearby, you could just sit upright in that way. Just grab my timepiece. So finding what serves you. You might take a moment just to notice how that one pose affected you. You were there for about 10 minutes. The next thing we'll explore is we want to take 5 breaths in and out through our left nostril, 5 in and out through the right, and then just 5 simple breaths in and out through both nostrils. You're welcome to just use your index finger to block nostrils, or you can bring your second and third finger to the space between the eyebrows and use your ring finger and thumb, or you can kind of tap in for this little Vishnu mudra, which is sometimes called, and that can be a nice option. So whatever feels good today, just take a comfortable breath in through both nostrils and comfortable breath out through both. And then gently blocking the right and just breathe in steady through the left nostril. And breathing out. And just take 4 more like that at your own pace, something that feels steady, easeful. When you've had 5 of those, change sides, taking 5 steady breaths in and out through the right nostril, doing what you can if you're congested. When you've had 5 on that side, just releasing and take just 5 easy breaths through both nostrils. Wonderful. We'll explore one more practice, which my teacher, Sarah Powers, often refers to as like the 9 clearing breaths or 9 clearing cycles. It's similar in that we're going to kind of isolate nostrils. And the pattern will be that we take a slow breath in through the left, a slow breath out through the left, slow breath in, and then more of a fast exhalation. To give you a sense of what that would look like is if I've done slow breath in, slow breath out, slow breath in. Yeah, so it's almost like you're just kind of blowing stagnant air out of that nostril. There's a little bit of help from the diaphragm or the belly pulling in, nothing too forceful. And we're going to do that 3 times on that left side. The last time, feel free to do a few of those forceful exhales. So it might just look something like this. You've breathed in and out slowly. You breathe in slowly. You can do 2 or you can do 3 of those exhales to really kind of empty out and just clear anything from that channel. So when you're ready, we'll give it a whirl. However you want to place your hands, and then just take a slow, steady breath in through your left nostril. And out. In nice and slow. And then a fast one. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in slowly. And once more, breathing in. And out. Steady breath in. And then maybe good. Try the other side. Breathing steady in through right. Slow exhale. Slow inhale. And a fast one. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Slow breath in. And once more. And out. Breathing in. And then a few quick exhalations. Through both now. Steady breath in. Slow breath out. Slow breath in. And a quick one. Again, steady breath in. Steady breath out. Slow breath in. And quick. Last time, breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And then 2 or 3. Breathe naturally. You're welcome to close your eyes here or just find a gazing point at the earth in front of you or at an object in the room. And we'll just live in this stillness. Exploring what's sometimes referred to as Shamata meditation, which can translate as calm abidance. So we're taking time to just calmly abide with ourselves and our breath and whatever's present today. The foundation of this Shamata practice is just simply the breath. So when you notice you've moved into thinking or planning, just come back to the sensation of that inhale. If it helps you to place a rhythm to that breath, feel free to use that. You can check in with your body here, with what's going on with your shoulders or your belly. If you're a bit sleepy, emphasize your inhale. You might adjust to sit up a little bit taller or a little bit wider. Another tool that you could drop in is just simply asking the question, what is going on right now? And that might mean physically in your body. Might be what's happening for you on a more emotional level. Could also include just what are the sounds in your space? What's the temperature? What's happening around you in this room? Sometimes when we're asked to stay in stillness like this, we get really familiar with aversion, or basically the things that we don't like or we resist, whether that's a bodily sensation or a thought that keeps coming back, or a feeling, an emotion. And I would invite you to, as much as is possible today, instead of the instinctual urge to perhaps resist, to fight it, see if you could bring in some curiosity and draw that, whatever it is, a little bit closer, whether it's frustration or restlessness, a nagging throb in your shoulder. Seeing what it would be like to move towards what you might initially deem as an obstacle, or draw it closer to you with a sense of that intrigue and kindness. We'll take one more full breath into the body, and as you exhale, feel free to let the air out the mouth with any sigh, any sound. Then you can place hands on your body, one on belly, one on chest, or both of them at the heart, or even in a prayer if that resonates with you. You might take a moment of gratitude for this time that you've been able to put aside, or the people that allowed you to take this pause, this space. And perhaps even for the land in which you practice on, which, for me, was originally cared for by the Wyandot, Delaware, Potawatomi, and other Great Lakes tribes here in Ohio. And I thank you all for your time. Namaste.